Should I mention it? More exciting. Okay, so remember this. Ron DeSantis. Did anyone ever hear of DeSantis? The sanctimonious DeSantis. No, Ron DeSantis strongly opposed ethanol. Do you know that? And we don't even know if he's running, but I might as well tell you. If he's not running, I'll say he was fine on ethanol. Don't worry about it.
That's right, folks. Donald Trump just told everybody in the room that he is willing to lie about stuff, and everybody in the room looked at each other and said, I didn't hear anything, and laughed. That's right. So here we are once again about to go into 2024, and these people are so willing to absorb the utter bullshit that is coming out of his mouth that they are not concerned that he just literally told them he would lie if he had to. Not a big deal. You guys ready for this? Let's take a look at this year's CPAC, where Donald Trump decided to go in hard on Ron DeSantis, or not, depending on which story he decides to tell.
Within hours of my inauguration, I will cancel every Biden policy that's brutalizing our farmers.
Does that sound familiar? Same thing he said when he went into Obama's. Same thing. This is the dude that rolled back transgenders' ability to enter the military. This is the same guy that came in and said that he essentially gutted Obamacare. We all know that was bullshit. But if anybody thinks that this dude won't do those things, we got another thing coming. You better wake up. You better get out there and vote. Look at this guy. Look at him. Dude, he loves him some him. I don't think I ever realized that the USA chant is along the three short grunts formula. USA, three short grunts. It's like it was made for them. Like, have you ever been anywhere else where they chant the name of their country? Do you guys in Canada chant Canada at your rallies? I want to know.
Thank you.
Who's he pointing at?
I'll appoint a special team to attack the high price of fertilizer. We'll have that taken care of very quick.
Price is already going down, so I don't know what to say, man. You know he's going to go ahead and claim that anyways, but this dude's good at this.
Just like I did with oil. In fact, I got the oil down so low I had to save the oil companies. How about that one? Remember that little...
He means we save the oil companies. He got the oil down so low that then the taxpayers had to save the oil companies. That's what he means.
Period when you were getting almost free gasoline.
Oh, it wasn't free, bro.
We had to save them. We had to call OPEC, and we had to call Russia, frankly, and Saudi Arabia. We said we had to get the price up. But we saved all those companies. We got the price down to tremendously low numbers, and this country was right. We've never...
Obama's actually, his last 2 years were better than Trump's last 2 years. So...
had an economy like we had. And...
What?
And when you think of it, they did just the opposite. What caused inflation? The oil price. The oil, energy. Energy became so ridiculously expensive, it drove everything up. Now everything is inflated. Now it's more than just energy. But we'll get it down. We're going to get it down. We'll get it down fast. And I'll tell other countries where we spend billions and billions of dollars on military protection. I've said this during my 4 years. I'd meet with these countries. I say... they would come in to thank me for the protection we give. I say, where do you buy most of your products? Sir, we buy...
I believe Zelensky has something to say about that. I'm pretty sure there was a couple dollars that were withheld since he didn't go after, Hunter Biden's laptop. I think he might have something to say about that.
Mostly from China. Oh, China. That's nice. What are you going to buy from us from now on? We're not protecting you anymore. Everyone thought that was terrible. And if they don't give preferential treatment to our farmers, just like I did for 4 years, that's why you had all that business. The troops are packing up and they're going to be coming home. And I tell them that, and there's nothing. Some people said, that's very tough, sir. I had one gentleman, a prime minister from a certain country. I said, where do you buy your military equipment? Sir, we buy it from China.
You like that he never mentions who these people actually are? This dude just makes this shit up.
I said, so wait, we're protecting you and you're buying it. Another one said, Russia. We buy a lot from Russia. How much you buy from us? Very little, sir. Sir, we need more protection on our East Front. I said, we're not giving you anything. We're not giving. I mean, how stupid are we? I go through these conversations for 4 years, the dumbest conversations I've ever had.
That's saying a lot.
But they all came alive and they all came back and they started buying from us. Unbelievable. I'll also rapidly restore American energy independence and even energy dominance with.
Probably not going to involve windmills because this dude will tell you windmills cause cancer.
Iowa ethanol playing a part. You know that. We won't just increase ethanol production in our country, but we'll export ethanol. We're going to export it all over the world. And just as I did for 4 straight years, I will protect the ethanol and I will go after anyone who wishes to destroy it. And let me tell you, we had a lot of people that fought me on that one. It's also, by the way, it happens to be a national security priority as far as I'm concerned. Now, I may or not, it was so nice because when she was so.
These people are right there with me. These people have no idea what the hell Donald Trump is talking about. But as soon as he stops talking, they're like, yeah, bro. Yeah, what he said. Hell yeah.
So energetic and nice and so incredible for the place and such team spirits. I said, maybe I shouldn't mention this part, but we have to. Should I mention it? More exciting. Okay, so remember this. Ron Desantis. Did anyone ever hear of Desantis? The sanctimonious Desantis. No, Ron Desantis.
Okay, first of all, not a solid try for the Donald Dare, bro. That's the best you could come up with? Come on, man. Desantis?
Desantis strongly opposed ethanol. Do you know that? And we don't even know if he's running, but I might as well tell you. If he's not running, I'll say he was fine on ethanol. Don't worry about it. He strongly opposed.
Did he just tell everybody he was willing to lie? Holy shit, man. Even for Donald, that's pretty bad. This dude is the king of indirect talk. He is generally so good at not saying what he means to be saying and letting you just try to figure it out, and then he can just be like, oh no, I didn't have anything to do with that. They took that out of context. Did he just seriously tell us all that if he needs to, if Ron DeSantis will be his vice president, that he will lie and say that no, he is for ethanol? Dude, if you can still vote for this dude after that.
Opposed ethanol and fought against it at every turn, and he's going to do that again because people that come out early for something, that's where they go. That's what it is. So, he may do something politically, but he was very, very bad on ethanol, and he fought it all the way. And he also fought against Social Security. He wanted to decimate it and voted against it 3 times. Voted against Social Security. That's a bad one. A lot of people don't know that, but I think they've been finding out over the last 4 weeks. One of the reasons that we're zooming in the polls, perhaps. Maybe that's one. Maybe it's other things, too. It's really based on.
He said, zooming in the polls. Dude, Donald Trump sometimes, he's like unintentionally funny sometimes.
What we've done, I think. And on Social Security, well, we're at it. He wanted the minimum retirement age to be lifted to people that are 70 years old, a substantial increase over what it is right now. That's a big increase. And he also voted to severely cut Medicare. I will not be cutting Medicare, and I will not be cutting Social Security. We're leaving the age where it is.
Man knows his voter base.
But you have to remember, Ron was a disciple of Paul Ryan, who is a rhino loser who currently is destroying Fox and would constantly vote.
This man, he cannot help himself. He just insults everybody. It's like napalm. He's just carpet bombing the enemy, his friends. Doesn't matter. People are just getting caught in it.
against entitlements. He would just vote against. Remember that? The wheelchair
He's a
over the cliffs. The
libertarian.
Democrats used it. The wheelchair over the cliff commercial, very effective. That was about him. But Paul Ryan's a big reason that Mitt Romney, I'm not a big fan of Mitt Romney, lost his election. And to be honest with you, Ron reminds me a lot of Mitt Romney. So I don't think you're going to be doing so well here, but we're going to find out. But those...
I actually wish he was more like Mitt Romney. Of all the people, Mitt Romney finally did some things that brought like some sanity back to the Republican Party. And I hate to ever say this, but I actually had some respect for Mitt Romney. He actually came out and said some things that made sense and tried to drag his whole heavy-ass, burdensome party with him back to sanity.
Those are the facts, but I'm proud to say the final numbers just came out. And the primary elections, 98.6% of the people that I endorsed in the elections, in the primaries, won. Think of it, 90, like your temperature. See those two young guys? They have a 98.6 temperature. Everyone else in the room, it could be different. Who knows?
What the hell is he talking about? The two dudes up front have a 98.6% temperature. What the f*** is Donald talking about, man?
Hell no, but they're young. They got 98.6. So it's easy to remember. 98.6% of the people I endorsed
What the hell?
won in the primaries. And what you never hear from the fake news media,
Is he pointing
I
at me?
endorsed 253 people. And of the 253 people I endorsed in the midterm elections, 233 won. So I was 233
Okay. You're going to have to help me out here because every statistic that Donald Trump says sounds like he made that shit up, including 98.6%, regardless of the temperature in the room or of those two young men. I can't verify at this moment whether or not that is true, but if that is true, that is scary. If the GOP has fallen that far that 98.6% of the people that he endorsed became elected, I don't even know what to say. Sorry, GOP, you're falling apart.
wins and 20 losses. They'll bring up one or two names. They'll bring up Herschel, who's a wonderful guy, but he didn't quite make it.
Herschel has CTE, all right? No doubt. I watched Herschel Walker growing up. I can tell you that man ran hard. He got hit in the head a lot, and I heard the dude speak. If you voted for Herschel Walker, you have lost your goddamn mind.
Bring Herschel Walker up. They'll bring another one up, another one. I get a couple of names. But think of that. 233 wins and 20 losses, if you want to call them losses. And Kim, I'll bet you didn't even know that. And then you hear the fake news saying, oh, he didn't do so well in the midterms. I did well. The party didn't do that well because we have people like Mitch McConnell and others that didn't allow them.
Oh, he's going on Turtle Man. Dude, Turtle Man just got a concussion. You can't be yelling at Turtle Man while he's in the hospital. That's low even for Donald.
To do well. But nobody wants to mention it, so you know what I say? If nobody's going to mention it yourself, these kids. Because if nobody else is going to toot your horn, toot your own horn, and just let it out there. But that's pretty good, right? 233 out of 253. As the publication, Town Hall publication, good publication, said, every single time that Donald Trump has been on the ballot, Republicans either held the majority, like in 2016, or gained seats, like in 2020. The same individuals who want to blame him for losing the Senate in 2020, it was not my fault. I had a lot of good people.
Oh, of course. Never his fault. Definitely not ever his fault. He's perfect. He's our Kim Jong-un. This man has shot an 18 in 18 holes. He never missed a single shot. Yeah, he's our Kim Jong-un.
Got in because of me, like North Carolina, Ted Budd, like so many others. We had a lot of them, including some sitting senators that were in big trouble. But they want to blame him for losing the Senate in 2022. By the way, J.D. Vance did great. J.D. Vance was another one. And he's been fantastic, I have to tell you.
This dude is all over the place.
But they have amnesia from 2018 when President Trump was in the White House and Senate Republicans gained a lot of seats that were unexpected. in the midterm elections. They never mention that, the fake news, do they?
Stop pointing at me.
But it's funny how that conveniently left out always in the discussion. They never like doing it. So on top of this, the publication said Trump still has really high approval ratings with the Republican voter base.
Really high. Still has really high. I thought that you remembered statistics. This man just pointed out 98.6%, but really high. I think he makes shit up all the time.
Is defeating Ron DeSantis in poll after poll by a lot. And I'm beating Joe Biden by a lot, very importantly. So
this is the same dude that the first time he ran versus Hillary was like, don't believe the polls. Okay? So now we believe the polls? Which one are we doing, Donald?
but you don't hear that from the media, sometimes referred to as the fake news media, so I'm telling it to you. That's the facts. As president, I will immediately end the invasion of our southern border. Kim mentioned. Oh, boy.
Is he about to talk about building a wall? Because have we not had this one already? Didn't he already try to build a wall? Are we going back to building a wall? Do you know that a wall ain't going to do anything? Like, dudes have ladders. They can get over a wall, bro. They can get under the wall. They literally dug tunnels under the border. Three short grunts. Three short grunts. Three short grunts.
A lot of people in here.
But there wasn't, though. There's a picture, and literally half the place is empty. This dude lies like he can't stop lying. Like, it's a small venue, and there's half of it's full. There's empty seats everywhere.
There's a lot of people in here. I ask people, by the way, we have these rallies, and this isn't a rally. This is different than a rally. We'll be back for a rally soon. It's a little too cold outside. I said, why aren't we doing one at an airport where we can have 50,000 people? They said, sir, it's too cold. That was a good call because it's very cold outside right now. But there are tremendous thousands of people outside that want to get in. This great spirit.
Thousands. Dude, Trump math is the best math. He's like, I don't know, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,000,000 people here right now. Definitely a lot. Enough to fill the building and also put people outside. That's for sure. Definitely a lot of people.